actually stopped at Home Depot to get a bunch of wood cut because I'm going to be building something for the kitchen, which I will let you guys in on later. Hey guys, this is the wood situation going on here. I have all this wood from Home Depot, forgive the lighting, and I am going to build a cupboard or cabinets. I don't know how it's going to turn out, and I don't know what I'm doing for sure. I have an idea, but I don't know for sure. So stay tuned if you'd like to see how this is going to turn out. All right, so I have the layout. Nothing is screwed in yet. And then I have the backing that I'm gonna screw on top of it. So, and guys, don't mind the mess. It's just gonna be messy and disorganized until we get all this, until I get all this built. So, I photographed the making of the bed. Like I took, you know, photos of before and after, before, during, after. So now I'm gonna vlog some of this during process. So I'm going to try to get a good angle so you guys can see. I hope you guys can see. So I am no expert. I usually don't know exactly what I'm doing. Like I have an idea, but I'm no expert. So I don't really have any building plans. I just have an idea in my head of what I want this piece of furniture to look like. So I'm building not really a china cabinet. I guess you can call it a hutch. A cabinet for the kitchen. All of this wood cost me less than 80 bucks at Home Depot. I bought some nice little finishing pieces also. So when I'm all done, I will decide exactly where I want to place them. And then I want some space that's like a counter space so that we can have our Keurig, and we have a Cuisinart. So it'll be like a little coffee station and possibly a place to put our silverware. I have a little silverware caddy. And so hopefully we can put this on there, that on here as well. So I'm just gonna get started. I hope you guys can see. It's a weird angle, I don't know. And I'm using my Black & Decker. This is how I do. So I'm probably not gonna, screws are not gonna do for this one. So I am actually gonna be drilling holes and using bolts because I want it to be very sturdy. I'm gonna use these because this is a very sturdy, heavy wood, and little dinky screws are not gonna do. That's not gonna do for this project. So I'm using these larger bolts. I don't know what size they are, but this is what I have left over from my last project. What I will be using today are one of these. So this just attaches right in. Just going to I want this to be very sturdy, so I don't feel like screws are going to be the best solution. I really need to use this, and I don't know where the bigger drill bit is. I'm missing the larger one. It's somewhere around here, so I need to do some looking around, digging around probably, or I'm just going to run to Home Depot and get it. But just for the sake of getting the project started, I'm just going to put some screws in just to get everything together. And then I will also decide if I want to put cabinet doors. So anyways, I'm gonna get started with these screws since I don't know where the other drill bit is. So. I might be going to Home Depot. Okay, so I've started my project. I need more of these bolts. And I also need a bigger drill bit. This is 7/16. Guys, if I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, it's probably because I don't completely know. But yes, I need one size bigger. So I am going to make a run to Home Depot and get this. I might get an extra drill bit for the screws as well because what I have is really worn. So I am excited to get this project. It's officially started, but when I get the first screw in, I will just feel better. All right, guys, I'm back from Home Depot. I feel like I got my overalls on, my cowboy boots, and I'm ready to work. So they were very helpful, and maybe sometime I'll tell you a backstory of why I prefer Home Depot over Lowe's. And I think, was it a guess? Someone told me fairly recently that the people who really know what they're talking about are usually working during the day, like during the week. If you go during the weekend, like during the day, there might be people there who don't know what they're talking about completely. So if you go during the day, during the week, you might be more likely to have someone who is more of an expert, I guess I could say, or someone that knows what they're talking about help you. But actually, very soon after I entered the store, somebody, asked me if I was finding what I was looking for, and I received help right away, which is wonderful, which is another great plus for shopping at Home Depot. So yes, I got what I need. I just went ahead and bought a new little drilling and driving kit. I only really need one or two things from this kit, but I figured just for future use, I will just go ahead and buy the whole kit, the whole shebang, and have what I need. Many more screws that I will need to put this whole thing together. Got the correct drill bit. So the package says it's a magnetic nut driver. So this is 1/2 inch, and this is gonna fit my screw very nicely. But before I use this, I'm going to need this other drill bit. I'm going to need to drill a hole that will be the size of the screw. Okay, so before I need this, I'm going to use another drill bit so that I can drill a hole that's large enough. Finally, I can drill the first hole. Alright, so I'm going to put the other drill bit in. Perfect fit. Perfect fit. Okay guys, don't mind the mess. My husband actually set the hutch on the side, and I am, I would say, almost halfway. So I gotta finish putting the backing on, and I'm gonna re-drill some of these holes because it's not deep enough for the screws. You can probably see some of the screws are sticking out. I'll show you. So I've got to re-drill some of those holes, and I'm going to put the other half of the backing on, and yeah, I'm going to re-drill some holes, and then I'm going to sand it. I'm going to purchase an electric sander hopefully this weekend so I can get this sanded and stained this weekend so we can get this up and everything where it's supposed to be. And then I want to put doors on. I want to make doors to over the front of it. So I'm excited to get this project finished. Guys, so it's late and my hand is, I don't know if you can see from that drill, it's kind of red. So you can tell I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I have an idea of what I'm doing, but the holes I should have pre-drilled, and that would take quite a while. But I would highly recommend pre-drilling your holes before you're building anything. But also, if you are not cutting your wood yourself, if you're relying on those at Home Depot or Lowe's to cut the wood for you, make sure the measurements are very precise before you leave the store. Otherwise, you will probably be disappointed if the measurements are slightly off when you get home. So decide what measurements you would like your project before you build. I didn't have an exact layout, so I was kind of just guessing. The backing is not quite wide enough, and I'll show you what I mean. Gap here. It is small, but I don't want that gap to be showing when I have this piece completely finished. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get a 6-foot long backing for this that is like about 1 inch wide, so that it can cover this little gap. And then I'll probably do 1 inch on the bottoms on the other side too. This is technically the side, because there's a gap. Even though it would be perfect on this side, when I get up here, there's a gap. So, and as you can see, this is not perfect, but it is what it is. So yeah, this is what the back of it looks like. And the front, let me show you. Don't make a mess. There's the gap. That's all I'm gonna do tonight on this. I do believe I need to re-drill some holes tomorrow, get these screws further in, and this weekend I'm gonna go to Home Depot, and then I need to get a sander so I can sand this, stain it this weekend, and I want to add at least 1, maybe 2 doors on the front. Okay guys, so I am almost finished. I would say I'm almost halfway. So we've gotten the structure most of the way together. There's a couple other things I want to do with the backing. But we've gotten to the part where I'm sanding. I picked up an electric orbital sander today. I'm so excited. And it's actually going faster than I thought it would. I don't know really how long I thought it was going to take, but this is going very smoothly. And I'm very pleased. But after I sand this, then I can get to staining and we can get this up, and it'll be most of the way done very soon. So I'll just give you guys a look at what I'm doing with the sander. Wanted to jump on here real quick. I have started staining. It's not perfect, but I'm gonna stain as much as I can while this is on its side, because when it is upright, I'm not going to be able to reach the top without a ladder or a stool. So I show you what I've done the top, and clearly the bottom is not done yet. I'm about to do some more here. Got my makeshift glove on, a plastic baggie and a rag. And I'm gonna stain on. A little helper.